I assume you want
I'm
to.
missing the Frosthaven. I'm missing the Frosthaven streams. Not gonna lie.
Uh, did you guys decide what you're gonna do about that? Like, do you want to continue without him? Yes, no.
So yeah, this kind of being the first stream since then to kind of put
Are we
things
live?
into context.
Oh, we are live. Oh, hey, hello.
Yeah, yeah. In case anybody didn't catch the description, good old our good friend Archer has decided to pass on. Decided. He said, "Screw
Eh,
those guys. I'm going home," and he took his ball with
Yeah, he was decided, and both boards are gone. Yes.
him. Yeah. So yes, the decision is to decide either to continue as a two-man group, which is completely feasible. Unfortunately, you're not available on the Wednesdays. Although I guess we could try and see if we can't make another day work, but that would mean you and Karma would have to discuss it. And I'm not sure how you guys feel about that, to be honest.
Oh, we are going to fight, and I'm gonna tear him to pieces.
Uh, Listen,
um,
I gotta
the-
moderate
for,
you. I gotta moderate you guys. Don't make my life hell. Anyway,
I know. For the viewer context, me and Karma had a bit of a grief-ridden heart-to-heart with a lot of violence in terms of words. So we are kind of on awkward, shaky terms right now. We are good with each other, but we're like tentatively good with each other.
so you can do Frost. You can do Frost Gloom, whatever, as a two-man group. It's perfectly viable, but it kind of reduces the, in my opinion, it like reduces the variability of like the group, right? Because then you've only got two classes doing two
Yeah,
different things, and
it's
a third class makes it interesting. A fourth class is like ideal, but obviously that makes things longer, and like the game is really kind of designed around four. But
yeah,
th-
and I mean in general, also just more people are. It's just more fun. You've got more personalities interacting with each other. It's
oh yeah,
just naturally.
but you can make three work. Like three is a good middle ground. Not a problem at all. But not only that, but I kind of like three players because in at least in Frosthaven, Gloomhaven, you get a more mix of elites versus normal enemies because in four players almost everything's elite because they have to give you the challenge for that many people. So three players just fine. But that brings on the question of do we try to add someone else? In which case I would need to find somebody. Good luck with that. Like finding this group was hard enough. Archer was obviously my first go to because, when we did the
Yep,
stuff like Hero Quest and
he's a
whatnot,
good guy.
he was what? Yeah, he was my first pick. Like no questions asked on that.
Yeah,
Um, and then you have to take into the fact that we're like midway into the adventure, so like we would need someone that doesn't mind missing out on some of the story, I guess. I mean, the videos are all there if someone wants to catch up, I guess, but that's a lot to go through.
yeah, like what 60 hours of just watching people have fun. Ugh, terrible.
Who would want to do that?
Yeah,
Um,
bot boys rejoice.
I know some people have asked on the YouTube channel, or like at least one person has asked about open spots, and I was straightforward with them. I'm like, hey, I think we'd want to keep it three, but at the same time, if they were willing, I would. The only thing I would ask is I need someone that's going to be consistent. I need someone that's going to be able to and
Yeah,
be here every time, and willing to put the time in. I don't want to just
yeah,
because we saw what happened with Hero Quest when we tried to do four players, and we had the Wandering Wizard.
yeah. Split personality. Yeah. It
Yeah, it
was wild.
yeah, it caused problems. I mean, no one really wanted to, and I mean, Hero Quest Wizard is a bit bunk, but
I don't know, like, you can still have fun, and I guess we would have needed just somebody who's, willing to just have fun with the people, just talk and chat and whatever. Like, yeah, it wasn't the best game role, but I guess we need somebody with a personality who didn't care about the game too much.
Yeah, and that would be the other thing that I would have to contest with is, Archer was definitely the personality.
Oh yeah, I know you guys. He was definitely the interesting one.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you for your candor.
Anytime. Yep.
Um,
I mean, he's departed. I have to talk him up.
so I kind of don't want to just do a two-man. I mean, even though we could, right? That's like the simple solution. Do a two-man, continue that way. I kind of hate to
Yeah,
do it that way just because I feel like it's gonna not feel as good.
it's
Um,
it's a shame that it's like I would offer myself, but it's like 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the middle of the week for me. Like I can't do that. I can't promise that.
yeah. And the only other real day I have free is Thursday. So
Yeah, that's not much better for my scheduling. So it's just yeah.
yeah, right then.
That's that's
So
that's a that's a problem with intercontinental contacts. So yeah, time zones are gonna hit you in the neck.
yeah, it's real unfortunate. Archer was really into it. Like I was not
Oh yeah.
I was not expecting him to kind of get into it as much as he did. Like I figured he might like it because he was okay at Hero Quest, but he was always when we did Hero Quest, he was always here super early, so he was always tired. And Hero Quest is very simplistic
Mhm.
comparatively. So but he seemed to kind of enjoy the times we did that, whether or not it was just because of the group or whatever. So I figured he might be into this, and certainly we had I think Karma, Archer, and I were doing Gloomhaven digital a bit too, so he got used to the system there. But I wasn't sure he'd be willing to commit to like the board game, right? The actual, especially Frosthaven with
Mhm.
all its increased complexity. But he took to it real quickly and seemed to really like it.
Oh, he was super into it. Yeah.
So
Like I think he several times in our group chat just both said, "I can't wait to play Frosthaven again this week." Like that was kind of his highlight. Like
yeah.
I'm not even exaggerating. Like that's literally something he said.
Uh, I would have liked to have shared the adventure with him further. That's for sure.
Oh, totally. What am I supposed to say? I wasn't even there every Wednesday. I just missed out on all the Archer time.
Hmm. Yeah, you showed up on occasion. We talked.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah, yeah. I'm not like having a pity party or anything. I understand. Again, it's 2 a.m. on a work day. I, I did what I could. Yeah, he will be missed. I'm sure our audience is also going to miss it. No matter what kind of group is going to go forward, it's going to be it's going to be a rough one. Like all the Archer fangirls, they are not even going to watch anymore. We've just lost half our viewership. It's terrible.
tell me about it. All the people who are like, when do I get to see Archer again? I'll be like, unfortunately, you can't.
The other day, like I'm living in Germany, and the other day I was out drinking with friends. We're just casually, walking from a bar to a bar. Just suddenly on the street, I'm like, "Hey, you're green, aren't you?" I'm like, No, not green. I'm gray." And like, "Oh, yeah, 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 sure. You're the color guy who's hanging out with Archer, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what do you want?" Like, "Can you get me an autograph?" I'm like, Bro, we're in Germany. I can't get you an autograph. Like, he'd have to mail it or something. This guy just flipped me off and just walked off. It was terrible.
It's the only thing missing from that story is the big strongmen with tears streaming down their eyes.
Yeah, it's rough being an Archer fan. Like they all just want Archer.